Monday Night Raw was full of wrestling last night, but was it any good? It is professional wrestling, folks, but we're more sports entertainers on this channel, even if Triple H wants to drop that term because it's associated with Vincent Kennedy McMahon. But it is the 6th of May edition of the show. We are speeding our way to Saudi Arabia, and yeah, let's talk about it, shall we? Because King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring begun tonight. There wasn't much in the way of segments, but we may as well start with a segment because, jeez, oh, what is happening here, by the way? What is happening here? We have got the Judgment Day and Adam Pearce segment. Damian Priest is boring, and you know what? I'll admit, I'll hold my hands up. I'm a guy, right, that said, you know what, you may as well actually try and give the belts to these people. Like Damian Priest when he had the briefcase like a year ago. I'm saying, you know what, try something new. Even though I say a year ago, maybe about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, because Seth Rollins wasn't working. The ratings were still shite. You know, may as well try something out of the ordinary. It's not worked with Damian Priest. This promo's just awful. He's like, I need to address something that went down at Backlash. And Balor's like, listen, big man, I'm sure we went over this 100 times, fella. Look, when me and JD apologised under Backlash. Have we meant it? We're sorry. We didn't. We're sorry. Don't worry about it, laddie. Don't worry about it, Damian Priest. Bye. You know what I mean? Bye. Right. Hold on. And then Damian Priest is like, you know what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have overreacted like I did. What? And then they all hug. What is this, man? Where's the fuck? Where is the storylines? Like, is this as good as it gets? You know, you actually get a minor bit of disagreement and they just all hug it out. Adam Pearce comes out. The same thing that happened at Backlash will not happen tonight. Judgment Day, you need to get to the back because Finn Balor, your replacement for Drew McIntyre, is Jey Uso. Yeet, day one-ish, day. Yeah, but this is good. See, when people try and pretend that WWE is actually good, man, I mean, who's paying you? Is Triple H lifting wads of cash out of his nose to dish at everybody, man? I don't understand why people think this is brilliant, by the way. I just do not grasp it. Anyway, let's talk about Finn Balor against Jey Uso. I mean, the match is alright. You know, it's never going to be a bad match, but I think it just went on too long. It was a bit boring. There's a theme of that tonight. I mean, obviously, with the Judgment Day not being there, Jey Uso's going to beat Finn Balor. You're never going to get your words twisted, so to speak. We then seen a video recap of the Epic. Now, they're saying the Epic, but yeah. They're saying, going for Sheamus match, it was epic. It was the real McCoy. It was the real good stuff. It was a belter. She's a belter. Clash at the Castle 2022. Well, hopefully Clash at the Castle this year will be better, but Drew McIntyre is pissed. He comes backstage like, how the hell can you do that? How the hell can you do that, man? My shoulder, I don't care, it's messed up. I'm willing to push through like a man, unlike CM Punk. And then what happens? McIntyre's like fucking fuming. He drives off out of the XL Centre. Then as McIntyre leaves, CM Punk arrives to the building. He's got a weird car. I mean, it was a cool car, but it was a weird car. And he throws his keys to Adam Pearce, and this is exactly what Adam Pearce should be for, parking cars, man. I don't think being a valet is beneath him. I think that's probably right around his his caliber, so to speak. Ricochet then cuts a promo backstage. Right, hold on. You know, what I just hate about Ricochet, I don't even know if we're going to make a separate vid on it, but this guy said that back in '99, WWE created a show for The Rock, and now in 2024, they created a show for Ricochet, aka the Speed Show. What is this? Who does this guy think he is? He's a bum. He can't wait to be called King of the Ring, King Ricochet, and Braun Strowman interrupts his promo. Really, are we going back to Braun Strowman teaming up with Ricochet? I really hope not. Now, I did make a video earlier on the CM Punk promo, but we're here to talk about it again, aren't we? We are here to talk about it again. In the CM Punk promo, I thought it was a good promo. I actually thought the line he said, referring to Jack Perry, was good, but the problem is, like, the crowds just don't get it. And if the crowds don't get the references, man, it just falls flat. It's like when they reference like the sports teams in the area or in the state or in the city, and they get it, it's all good. Like us at home, right? We're British, right? We don't really. I mean, we get the, you know, the big NFL and the NBA teams. I don't care for NHL, right, or whatever. But you know, it would be like someone referencing a sports reference in America, and the crowd just being flat. you know, you would try and avoid doing it then. But obviously, because it gets heat, they always do it. And it's a cheap way to get heat, and it's a cheap way to also, you know, if you're being in favour of the sports team, to get yourself over a bit. But this Jack Perry thing, I mean, I thought it was a good line. I've seen comments on the video already saying it was a good line here. I don't disagree that it was a good line, but the problem is if the crowd just aren't into it and do not understand it, you may as well just avoid saying it. But, you know, he talked about Drew McIntyre's going to be at a red light and that we should all tweet him, because then once he sees it on Twitter, he's not going to be talking to his wife. He's going to be on Twitter. So come on, get your phones out, take your pictures. And he's like, Pat, you do it too. Then that's when he says that line about, oh, he's a choke artist. But, you know, I'm a different sort of choke artist. It was quite funny. He then started talking about Glasgow. He's like, one name, three syllables, CM Punk. He's like, I'm going to find you. If you make me go to Glasgow, Scotland, I'm going to hide in a bowl of haggis and I'm going to pop out and I'm going to break your face. I don't know. I thought that was pretty good. The CM Punk. But anyway, I mean, it was a decent promo, but again, I think we could learn for the AEW reference. It just doesn't really get anywhere. Anyway, right, Io Sky against Natalia. I predicted this wrong. Holy moly, Natalia got beat. Io Sky won. It's just absolute mince. It is absolute mince. Do we care? Not really. At the end of the day, let's talk about it. There was a bit of a promo after the match when Io Sky won, by the way, but the promo, oh, I'm going to come for Becky Lynch even when she's done with Liv Morgan. It's like, are all these people going to get involved with each other later on? They probably will at the end of the day, but Io Sky wins. I said I can't believe it. I thought they were going to do Natalia against Laya Valkyrie, but they haven't done that. But it makes more sense now because they've set up Becky Lynch and Laya Valkyrie against the Damage Control, so yeah. Right, Eli Dragunov gets a vignette before his match. Why? What is the need, man? What is the need of this, like, 27-minute match, by the way, between Ricochet and Dragunov? I don't know, it's just boring. And Ricochet hyping himself up as the Speed champ. It's ridiculous, right? Because Ricochet is on a TV show or a new show called Speed, where the matches have got a 3-minute time limit, and they can beat people in 3 minutes. But here on Raw, they're going like 25 minutes. Can no one see a problem with the kayfabe issue there? That is mental, man. It's just, it doesn't make any sense. Does not make any fucking sense in the slightest. But yeah, Dragunov wins. I just don't care for these two, man. They're two vanilla midgets, but we knew Dragunov would win, and it makes sense for him to win. Sheamus then cuts promo. He says he's going to become a 2-time King of the Ring winner later on. He's like, oh, we've had bangers at Clash of the Castle and Mania. Banger after banger. I'm going to kick his arse, laddie. Come on. What's this about? Why is he talking about bangers? How about you just beat him? You know, why do you care about putting on a good wrestling match? How about you just beat the guy? Jesus Christ. Right, we've got Zoe Stark taking on Ivy Neal. Zoe Stark wins. This was a bit of a shorter match, but again, it still felt 5 minutes too long. Damian Priest then tells Finn Balor to take it easy. It's just one less. He's still the prince. Carlito then admits he needs help against the LWO. And he's like, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Priest then tells Dominic to make Carlito leave the clubhouse now. So Carlito's trying to get back up against the LWO. It's just not happening for him. We then get a Laya Valkyria vignette. Pretty much the same shite that everyone else is getting. If you're on, if you're a new start, so to speak. Then get Chad Gable against Bronson Reed. Match doesn't last very long. Sami Zayn comes in, Intercontinental Championship. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? I know. Triple threat match. That's what's going to happen. No contest though. Sami Zayn then cuts a promo. Oh, I'll walk out of Saudi Arabia, still the Intercontinental Championship. So yeah, triple threat match. Looks like that's the only way to end this, according to Sami Zayn. Which is good though, because Sami Zayn, you know, before last year he wasn't allowed in Saudi Arabia, so at least now he can actually defend it. Gunther then has a promo. Tonight I'm facing Sheamus. My nipples are exposed. I want to slap Sheamus's nipples off his chest and then suck them. You got to ride the tribal chief, even though I'm not the tribal chief. I'm going for the Eastern European man. I'm from Germany. But yes, the ring is sacred, and when the ring will be sacred, when I pull down the Celtic Warrior's trousers, his drawers, and pump him to Kingdom Come, I will be done. Amen. Yeah, is Gunther doing it for anybody? No, he's not doing it for me. Sheamus, man, I liked you when you buried him and called him Hitler. That was no bad. Right, anyway. Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. This is just, it's so fucking boring, man. And then it comes Damage Control. Oh, we're going to win the Queen of the Ring because it's a reminder that Damage Control run Monday Night Raw. Hold on here. You lost the world title on SmackDown. You lost the tag team titles. Now you're on Raw with nothing, and you're claiming that you run the show. Asuka's injured. It's the weakest this faction's probably ever been since its incarnation because obviously Bailey's out of it and Asuka's injured. And here we run Raw. No, you don't. See these women that run about, right, and try and claim that they run Raw. It's fucking. This is why women. I don't even think there should be women's factions, man. I don't. I actually find it cringeworthy. Could you imagine, like back in the day? I know we all say back in the day, but could you imagine during the Ruthless Aggression, right? If there was a women's faction or the Attitude Era, and they were like, we run Monday Night Raw, while at the same time you've got Evolution, or like the Ministry, or the Corporation, or the N. I know the NWO is shitting WWE, but you get my point, right? You get my point, man. It just doesn't fucking work. Anyway, bit of a beatdown. Live Valkyrie comes out for the save. Whoop-de-doo. And then Live Valkyrie defeats Dakota Kai. So, how's running Monday Night Raw for you, Dakota Kai? Apparently, not too well. Anyway, that is it then for that match. Live Valkyrie with a win. Kofi Kingston then says that this year's King of the Ring was supposed to be about Xavier Woods going back to back. He doesn't know when Woods is coming back, but he's dedicating his performance to Woods, so Woods is injured. He says he's going to have to put Ray down like he was Drake or Kendrick Lamar. New Day rocks. So yeah, Kofi against Ray not on tonight's show. That's a good thing. There was just far too many matches. We then got Gunther against Sheamus. I mean, is the match alright? Yeah. Is it far too long? Yes. I mean, it was only like 15 minutes, but I don't know, man. I guess it's the main event, but it's just the fact that they're pure hype in this matchup is like, oh, this is going to be a banger. They had that banger at Clash of the Castle and Mate. It just feels so forced. It would have been almost better, man, if like Gunther just won inside 2 minutes with a roll up. But no, they do the predictable thing and they try and put on a banger on Raw. Anyway, I thought this show was incredibly boring. The CM Punk stuff was alright, but even that had its flaws. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. It's just boring, man. It's just wrestling matches after wrestling matches with one decent promo. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. I don't even know why I'm giving it a 2 out of 10, but there you go, 2 out of 10. Boring, man. Just boring, bland, stale bread.